He has been working nonstop, losing sleep. Look at the stuff in his room. He can't even, organize his room. Just kidding.
Thank you for joining us for our 28th episode of We Burn, We Rise. Today I'm joined by Hypers and Fluffy. We're happy to have you with us today for updates from all across the Phoenix Initiative. Before we open up the chat for Q&A, keep in mind the Q&A will be recorded, so we appreciate the community's adherence to keeping the discussion profanity-free. I'd like to start the meeting by handing the baton over to Hypers to provide a few updates in regards to the upcoming listing.
Okay, so let's do a couple things here. So it's been paid for. We're just waiting for integration documents to finalize. Hopefully in the next week or two, we will be on Dex Trade. So everything is paid for there. We have been in contact with that exchange for a long time. And so we'll have another CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko tracked exchange. It has 300,000 users. It's got big amounts of daily volume. This is all because we're still waiting for ZegX. Hopefully they will eventually get also CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko listed. We've been working on that in the background, but we need something that is continuous right now. So DexTrade, KYC optional. If you do KYC, you get more than one BTC withdrawal. If that's you, good for you, yes. But without KYC, you can still withdraw up to one BTC a day. Pretty big exchange from what I've been playing around with it. So that is the main bit of news. To ramp up until this listing, we're going to be doing a sweet widget giveaway. I'm still working on the specifics. Hopefully I have it out today. If not, maybe I'll start tomorrow, but I'm going to run that for 2 weeks. There's going to be about 5,000 Phoenix up for grabs there, possibly more. I'm still toying with that. And there will be one prize for 50 USDT as well. So it's going to have all the perks. You're going to join Discord. If you're already part of this stuff, great, good for you. You already have the entries. You just click on it to submit your entries, then that you're already there. But you're going to have Discord, you're going to have Telegram, you're going to have Twitter, all the different things, and our We Burn, We Rise channel on YouTube. So look forward to that. I will be posting a blast in all the socials as soon as I get it, just making sure that everything lines up there. But we're doing this ramp up because there's a big because to all of this. The Dex trade is necessary so that we get, systematic volume listed showing on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. The extra users and the big giveaway is necessary because we've been in contact with Gate. Gate.io has been watching what we're doing. Gate.io is a big company, and they want to see progress. So as long as we continually give updates, as long as we continue to develop, I foresee in the future a very useful relationship, hopefully. No promises, but this is all leading up to that. So anybody that's watching this, anybody that sees the announcements, please engage, interact, share. I mean, it's free Phoenix also for the winners. So all hands on deck. This is a community. Let's ramp it up together as a community and get on Gate. That would be humongous, just astronomical. And that's Phoenix right now. I think, yeah. So those are the big updates that we have going on right now. Specifically, a very important update that's very close to finalizing is what Fluffy has been working on. He's almost there. He has been working nonstop, losing sleep. Look at the stuff in his room. He can't even, organize his room. Just kidding.
So on to GPHX. I've nearly completed the DAO page for voting. Just a few things to work on the back end, and once that's completed, it'll just be a matter of prettying it up so everything looks good on the front end. Let me see if I can do a small screen share. Here it is. So we'll connect our wallet. And here's all the votes. Here's my wallet address and how many of the token. I'm using a test token right now called KFC just to kind of make sure everything's working. Once everything's up and 100%, I'll be swapping it out for actual GPHX before handing it out. Our proposals are all showing up. So Tyann gets a mullet in March 2023. Proposal. K-Blaze wants to sleep. Should we let him? Yada, yada, yada. So this wallet is already voted. If I switch to another wallet, let's see. I don't remember which one I have tokens in. Yeah, this one. All right, so this one's got 10 tokens. I can submit votes now. I'm going to pretty this up too, so only proposals will show up that are active, but I needed them all to work. Submit votes, voting, there it goes, bam, confirm. Now it's going to go through. These are the different proposals on here. I can create the proposals depending on whatever we're discussing at the time. And it's voting at the moment. And transaction is confirmed. There's the vote. And it's done.
That's so cool.
So it's still pretty ugly. It'll get dressed up quite a bit. This one's already voted on. Got a few bugs to work out, but it's really close. Like most of it's there. I can see all the amounts that all the holders have on the back end side. I can see this wallet has X amount. It tells me right here that I've already voted now, and then it shows me all the different proposals. So it's all there. It's just a matter of making everything work perfectly. And we've successfully voted.
And I see that you were using a third web.
Yes, using third web.
That's
Since they've integrated Phoenix, it's been a kind of a work in progress because none of their dApps are integrated for us. So I'm kind of having to take some of the things they have, which as far as their DAO templates, they don't really have a whole lot in the way of DAO templates. There's a DAO template, and they're kind of required like members to mint an NFT and then all this other crap. And if you didn't have the NFT, then you wouldn't be able to see anything. So I just went through and chopped all of that out and then made it so it's just being a token holder. So anybody can go to it, but your vote's not going to count if you don't have tokens. So you're going to have the GPHX if you want to be able to vote and if you want to have a say.
Have you decided on any other specifics about GPHX, like weighted or anything like that?
It is token weighted. So depending on, obviously, whoever has more tokens is going to have a bigger say than somebody else. That's just how it works for the proposals. And for it to be executed, I still have to decide how much of a percentage, if it's like 50%, have to agree on something in order for that proposal to get executed, or 51% or whatever. But it needs to be a substantial amount. Otherwise, if it's one person who owns 20% voting saying, yeah, I'm for it, but if nobody else votes, it shouldn't go through. So it should be a substantial amount so the vast majority of the community lends their votes towards that idea or not.
Absolutely. You need a little bit more than just a couple whales to to guide the votes, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Aside from that, there's really none of the other tokenomics that you would that you'd normally expect, because it's just its whole basis for its tokenomics is based on your say in the chain, and how much you hold gives you the weight of how much you can throw around with your vote. So, I mean, if you own 50% of the supply, obviously you're going to have a huge say in what goes and what doesn't go. But yeah, it doesn't need other tokenomics, because I don't need it to burn or anything like that. It's not something we want to burn, because obviously supply is already going to be limited anyways.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question about burn, which is good, though, because if you did burn, then there'd just be more power to those that held, and then eventually it'd just be a dictatorship.
Yeah. As far as like liquidity, it's going to get backed by about 40,000 Phoenix locked away. And that's may not be a huge hefty amount right now, but in the future, when Phoenix actually finally gets off the ground floor and becomes mainstream, that at $100 per Phoenix, 40,000 Phoenix becomes a substantial amount of liquidity locked away permanently. So,
I mean, even today's price is at about 5 cents. That's $2,000 worth in Phoenix. I don't think you could even use 2,000 to get that much. You'd probably buy it up too high. That's crazy. It's awesome. 40,000 Phoenix.
Yeah, but it's also an incentive for people that have GPX to hold on to it for more than one reason, because as the value of Phoenix increases, the liquidity that's backing it also increases drastically too. And it would be essentially like if Shiba's actual locked liquidity equal the liquidity from people buying and selling, because really at the end of the day, the value of it is only worth the liquidity that's locked away. It's not anything else. Otherwise, then it's just another pump and dump token. And as this is going to be something a little more important than just some pump and dump token, it should have a substantial amount of liquidity, so its value on our chain goes up as our native token goes up as well, or as our native coin goes up.
Yeah, and to those asking about CPHX and GRT, there you go. There will be liquidity backing GPHX. It's not just going to be a token that's released and then there's nothing else that it deals with, right? So
correct. In fact, actually, once this gets deployed, everybody's going to be airdropped an amount based on a percentage of how much CPHX they hold. Only GRT white holder members, which I think there's only like 13, will get GPHX. And then once GPHX has been airdropped to everybody, we will no longer support or handle the support for CPHX or GRT, because they'll be merging into one token as the governance token. So essentially, it'll kind of dictate decisions we make or don't make when we have funds to spend on things like exchanges and stuff like that. There will be a vote. Should we go for this one or this one? Yada, 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 that sort of stuff. And that'll be up to the GPHX holders to vote on it and decide kind of where we go. So if we crash and fail, it's not on us. It'll be on the voters. If we succeed, it's on the holders as well. So
exactly. Speaking to it, we did not sell any Phoenix to get on Dex Trade. That was individual contributions from the team. No one has taken any profits from Phoenix. Just so everyone's clear, that is personal money and personal funds, just as everything else that is basically in Phoenix has been personal funds. So please do not bring up like, hey, they dev sold. We don't have that. That's not. Where would we sell that against, right? It's not.
I think my main wallet is pretty public. It's still in the top 5 and will keep gradually increasing. So, like, good luck with me to even I don't even want to chip on dev bounties or nothing. I'm hoarding mine.
But our full Dev Bounty wallet is going to be going into his GPHX. That 40,000 is coming from the Dev Bounty wallet. So it's already allocated. We've already been holding off on these amounts, and we didn't use any dumping funds or any kind of pre-sale funds. None of that. It was just personal funding.
Yeah, this was saved up from the early days when we all chipped in.
1,000 worth of Phoenix at current price. That would be really.
You would have to have some kind of weird drug addiction where you really are fiending or something to like let it go. So that'd be getting rid of your entire future.
100%.
Yeah, I've been seeing that lately in a couple communities where these people are like, I can't afford my rent, so I have to sell this for $5. What? If you're in that state, why are you investing? Please stop doing that. Don't do that. If crypto can make or break your day daily, you're doing something wrong, man. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be a day. You should be looking at 5 to 10 to 15% allocating of whatever fund money you have. That's it. What are you doing? I'm sorry. Not financial advice. Stop it. Just stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Seriously. It's like gambling, without having to put your face out there. So just closet gambling. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I guess.
It is now.
I mean, we were spending when we were playing Diablo Immortal, that was just...
that was just wasteful. Oh my god, I spent so much.
Ay. Just, no, there's a monthly special. Great, $25. Oh, god damn it.
Biggest gotcha game ever.
Yep.
You know what? I just use it as research, though. That's all.
When Rooster untitled game, because it'll be released the second we title it by someone else. Yeah. Untitled.
I still have to have, judging by how much time it's taken me to complete this on my spare time, it's doing a game. It's going to be quite a bit more of a learning curve for me, so that'll take a vast amount of time for me to do.
Have you chosen which engine you want to run it in? Like Unity?
Well, it's going to be Unity. I posted inside of one of our groups a YouTube video of like the card battling game. So I was kind of looking at the way they handled that, and then if I was to change everything like the backgrounds and then the actual characters, and yada. It's like even that video, it's like 2-hour long video just on the tutorial on how to.
It's amazing the amount of documentation that's available out there. Like you just YouTube it.
Building it's probably going to take like 6 months. I mean, at least for me, for somebody like RX or Rob, it'd probably be something that will take RX maybe a couple weeks, and take Rob maybe 2 or 3 days. I don't know.
If you need writing, you can always lean on me for writing. There's a skill we got in the wheelhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of it's still something that I'm like postponing at the moment, because this is finishing this project is one. I don't know. I want to get this completed, and that's another thing too. I've noticed a lot of our betas haven't gotten completed, so I figured I'd do a couple updates to a few of our betas, like the nft.phoenixexplorer.com. I'm not a big fan of how we have to use the MetaMask browser in order to connect our wallet to actually view our NFTs. And now that we've been implemented in Third Web, we have a lot better Wallet Connect features. So as soon as I can get access to those files, I'm going to update the Wallet Connect so we can do it from our mobile phones directly from the internet browser. K-Blaze is still actively working on the Testnet Explorer. Block Scout has done an update, so we're using the new updated features for the Testnet Explorer, and it's a vast difference from the old version that we were using. So once he gets that 100%, there's going to be a pretty big overhaul on the main Explorer. Probably here within this weekend or maybe next weekend, we're going to fix where it shows our value per Phoenix on Phoenix Explorer. I've already found the fix for it. It's pretty simple. It only takes a matter of shutting it down for a brief few moments to go into the files. So if ever you guys see a moment when you guys can't log into Phoenix Explorer for a few moments, that's probably us working on it. But then shortly after, you'll actually see our CoinGecko tracked price on the front page. Usually where it shows like total blocks, etc. I think it even shows a dollar amount right now, but it just shows it as like NA or 0.
Yeah. Also, we're under 800,000 blocks left, so less, give or take 4 months.
So like this area right here where it shows your US dollars, this will change, and so will this where it shows price. So it'll be our CoinGecko tracked. It's a pretty simple fix, but I mean, just bear with us if for whatever reason it takes a little bit to get it up. It may take 20-30 minutes, give or take. Here's our vote that you can check. All right, so that's that. That's pretty much everything fun I have to share.
We are exactly at 100 days away until the next halvening. Today, at 720,000 blocks. So, yeah, cool. Wow, that's 3 months and 10 days or less.
That means instead of that, what are they collecting now? About 1 Phoenix per block as a reward?
Mm-hmm.
That'll bump us down to half a Phoenix per block per reward, or for the reward. So that supply is gradually shrinking.
Oh yeah, that'll put us to just about 3,600 Phoenix a day from 7,200 right now. About plus or minus, it's probably closer to 7,000 a day. 3,600, 3,500 ish. Not bad. Wow. And then the 0.25.
I think once GPHX is released, since getting people to donate Phoenix is like pulling teeth from a gator, we may have to make one of our first proposals doing some essentially GPHX mining to refill the team wallet after we lock away the liquidity with GPHX. Just a thought, just for like a day. Once it's filled back up, turn it back over, turn it off, and leave it over to the node miners. Or at least I'm just thinking out loud, because I'm sure we're going to need liquidity for other things in the future as well.
I like that idea.
Oh, I see. So you're saying like enable GPU mining just for do a GPU mining day or something for the community and us?
No, just us. Just to fill up the team wallet.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but we'll let the GPHX holders vote on it as like one of their proposals, and then if it's voted yay, and we'll execute it, do it for a day, because you figure at most our node holders will only be losing like maybe 50, not even, because by then it'll be the halvening, so they'll be losing like 20 Phoenix for the day, which I think is a small sacrifice just to get the team wallet back up. And that way then GPHX holders have something to vote on too if we use those Phoenix for, say, dev bounties and other things, because we shouldn't have to constantly keep supporting everything. Not that it's not fun. It's great and all, like constantly paying for everything out of our pockets. But, I mean, this way it's not costing anybody anything. Just thoughts.
I like
thoughts that make sense that don't hurt anybody. Because as it stands, like all the dev bounties and all the fun stuff that we've come out with, it's coming out of our pockets, and there's no reward in it for us. So if getting people to contribute and donate to the essentially our team wallet, then there's other ways we can do it, which is via GPU mining.
That's definitely really cool. That'll be a really cool thing for the one of the early votes for GPHX.
Yeah, maybe even make it kind of a regular thing. Let them vote on it if it's something we should implement, like one day per month. Something that's not going to affect our node holders or deter them from keeping a node up, but something that's going to keep the team wallet up so we can keep using it to expand and try to entice more people to develop on Phoenix. And I think that's a good thing. It's a win-win for everybody.
Well, Hypers, we can do a more thorough about the new listing when it comes a little closer.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, depending on how long this integration takes, we can do a deep dive and just show, I guess, people how to register. And
Trade has an app on the Apple Store and Android as well.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have any fiat onboarding yet, I think. I don't know if they're looking at that, but Abdullah just posted today's volume for, I think weekends are, in general, in cryptos are a little bit slower. It's showing 85 million for the day. I was looking at the weekend or weekday, and it was somewhere in the 120 million volume, and it's a top 20 or top 50 exchange right now in CMC. So
having a fiat option on and off would make things so much easier, because a lot of people that are new into crypto or haven't really spent a lot of time learning about how to get crypto. Right now, having to go and buy USDC and send it to an exchange and then swap it for the actual currency you want, it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt. But if you can just pay with your credit card and then have it put back on your credit card whenever you cash out, that would make things a lot simpler. And I think we'd see massive volume on Phoenix then. Then it'd just be a matter of spreading the word.
And that's exactly why this sweep widget thing is going for 2 weeks. Do we like 2 weeks, or do we want longer? 3 weeks?
It should be longer.
Longer?
Yeah.
I just worry.
If it's a large amount, it should be longer. If it's a small amount, probably shorter.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you again next week for episode 38 of our weekly broadcast. Wishing every member of the family a fantastic week, and we'll see you in chat. First time in a long time I actually got the intro on the first time.